So, Marcellus, hindsight is 2020, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, so let's talk about the time hindsight taught you something.
Hindsight. Seeing something in hindsight.
This is At Home with the Richburg, offering strategies to conquer life with love, joy, and laughter. The co-hosts are C. Natasha and Erica Richburg. However, today I have a substitute co-host. This is my son, Marcellus Richburg. I'm so excited to have him for this episode. Marcellus, this episode, we're going to talk about how hindsight has afforded you forward thinking after your academic pursuit. Forward thinking after your academic pursuit. In other words, boy, you went to college.
Oh. You had me way of thinking, man.
And you got to think back.
Yeah, right.
And you was like, forward thinking.
Right.
And one of the greatest calls I ever got from you, when you called me up and you said, Mommy, I'm so sorry for all of the things I did when I was a teenager. Mm-hmm. Tell me about that call. That was so wonderful. What was it?
Well, growing up, you go through a lot of things, but being a teenager and not really knowing that you're a teenager at the time. So when you're dealing with that perspective, it's kind of like you're just living life without responsibility. You're living life without thinking about anything, really. Just no consequences whatsoever. Just being a teenager.
You didn't think at all.
No, I didn't. No, zero.
You just loved going to just chilling. Actively pursuing the opportunity to do nothing.
Nothing
that
at
was
all.
That was your thing.
Yeah, nothing at all. So after growing up and realizing that being a teenager is just being a teenager, I understood that, I apologize for the things I did.
But tell them how you did it. You called me up out of nowhere. Tell them how you did it. They wasn't there. I was so like, oh my God, does he got cancer? Yeah. So what'd you do that night?
Well, something had happened to me, and to me, I just felt like seeing it from watching other kids do certain things, it kind of made me realize that if that was me and I did that to you, I was just like, I had to apologize. Because I felt like I can't believe it was me. Like, I seen me in those kids and things that were going on. So I was like, I had to call my mother and apologize. Because this isn't how this is how I acted. And
you
if it
did,
was,
but you didn't mean it.
Right.
And so then one of the things growing up, I pushed you in an academic pursuit. Mm-hmm. I pushed you to go to college.
Yes.
I did.
You did.
But you did your work and you got your degree.
Yes.
In hindsight, what did you learn?
That getting your degree means a lot it's a bigger picture. Because sometimes it can be about you. Mm-hmm. But also it can be about other people. It can be about your future. It can be about much other things that's bigger than you. And that's what I had to learn in hindsight, that not forward thinking, but looking at it from like a perspective of, oh, it's college, oh my God, it's school again. It's more like, okay, this is going to be bigger for me. It's going to put me in a better place. It's going to give me a better opportunity to do something, whatever it is.
And so just to say it in a mother's words, at the time you didn't see the value.
No.
And one of the values I noticed in you was looking at the value as getting a job. And I see the value associated with your critical thinking. Thus, I got that call thanking me for handling you.
Yeah.
And I did. I went through some stuff, but I knew you didn't know any better.
No.
And I knew you were just being a kid. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I really liked when I heard the Steve Jobs speech, when he says, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You only connect them looking back. Now that you're 35, you connecting a lot of dots.
A lot of dots.
In the back.
If you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it.
Don't be wise in here. I'm the only one supposed to be wise. Oh my God.
That's what they say.
And so for you, what's your biggest takeaway when you look at it intellectually and just socially for just plain old making a decision? Forget about whether people graduate, but putting yourself in that academic environment. What did it do for you?
It just made me better. The critical thinking part really helped because now I look at things instead of just seeing it as, not taking it as a grain of salt, but looking at it all, trying to make a decision with all the facts. And then college taught me that, because in different classes we would do different things, but I still needed a broader view of things before I made a decision. So that piece of it has really taught me how to grow, and college gave me that.
And one of the reasons I wanted to bring this up, because I was reading this national study by the BBC, I think it was a British study called The Lost Boys. I told you about that study. And it really looked at boys and young men and how they don't want to go into higher education. And that's okay, but it's a crisis that the number who don't see any value in it. And so I would say to those who don't necessarily want to go to college, but necessarily want to learn something.
Yeah.
Because the learning of something can make you become somebody later on. And I'm proud of you, son, because you went.
I did.
You left a lot of friends behind.
I definitely did.
You left a whole lot of friends behind.
Yep.
And I told you when you got to the other side, how has that made you feel?
Well, it does get lonely at the top, and it's okay. A lot of people won't be able to follow you where you're going. And that's not a bad thing. It just means that you'll meet other people as you go higher and higher and higher. And those people may be able to jump on the same escalator with you. And as you transcend or go further in your life, you can take those people with you.
Yes. Bring them along.
Bring them along.
When they see the light.
Yep.
So we don't have lost boys.
Yep.
That's why you got to talk to your children.
That's right.
And this is C. Natasha Richburg. Thank you, Marcellus.
You're welcome, Mama.
This is C. Natasha Richburg.
And this is Erica Michelle Richburg. You're listening to At Home with the Richburgs, offering strategies to conquer life with love, joy, and laughter. This is a CNR Ministries production, the podcast At Home with the Richburgs, offering strategies to conquer life with love, joy, and laughter. Recorded at Stages Music Arts, Studio A. Audio copyright 2025 by C. Natasha Richburg. All rights reserved.